Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here.
This is our usual Q&A and update, but we're going to lead with the most important thing, and we'll re-emphasize it later, but the promotion glitch for Injustice is working again. You can see from the main page that there is no ad for an early access pack, which is what we're waiting for, and like we've been saying all along, we won't be able to test it until the early access packs are gone. The promotion glitch is working again. So the glitch where you can promote characters that you cannot normally buy directly, like Dawn of Justice Batman, like Blackest Night Doomsday,
Like Ares, like Cassandra Cain Batgirl. So this is your chance to scoop all of those guys up as long as you have the credits to do it.
Link is in the description to the original video. Steps are exactly the same, not changed at all, and we'll also do an annotation with the link here. So we'll do a quickie update on the other Warner Brothers NetherRealm games before we go into Injustice. So Immortals, the online challenge, or the online reward is Evolved Sheamus. The challenge is Lunatic Fringe Ambrose,
which is a repeat.
Ambrose, yeah, it's and 3 days for each. Mortal Kombat X, it's Marksman Kung Jin, which was just the last time the early access pack, so he's switched into the challenge. And in Injustice, you've been watching now that the online season is the Batmobile, and the Survivor gear is LexCorp until June 29th, so we're hopefully going to get League of Assassins after that.
Yeah, and the character challenge is a repeat. It's Dawn of Justice Wonder Woman.
Alright, so like I said, actually let's do a quick summary of all the glitches that are working. So clearly the promotion glitch is working while we have the challenge and we have the Dawn of Justice Premium Pack pop-up. The challenge reset is working. The Last Laugh tickets glitch is working too. Not as well as it used to, but it's still working.
Yeah. And crashing is also working pretty well recently.
Yeah, crashing has been doing really excellent. It's like crashing pretty regularly.
Yeah.
And we don't even have to try.
So that's great. It's always nice to see glitches come to us.
Yeah, honestly, like it wasn't crashing on 2.10, but 2.10.1, it's been crashing more.
Which is why, obviously, this is the final nail in the coffin. NetherRealm should just hit us up already. Just let us play test or well, whatever you want. You need to hire us onto your team.
You need us. All right.
Okay, so we'll move on to the Q&A, and like the last couple weeks, now that we can no longer show you the replays of the multiplayer fight, we'll be doing the challenge. Just a little bit of farming.
A little bit of grinding.
Yeah, so our first question comes from Frostloch, and they say, well, this is a comment really, but we can talk about it. The League of Assassins Adepthood, disable all specials on Special 1, lasts for only about a second, which is really short. I hope they would fix it.
Okay, so up until very recently, I was not a big fan myself of actually the disable specials ability, because all it does is, most of them, you disable specials for maybe the length of a combo or two. So all it does is it delays stuff, and then as soon as the disable is over, they're going to drop a special on you, which is still a pain in the ass, so it's delayed. So either you need to drain the power, or you need to be able to, the time between you disable the special and that disable is off, you need to knock them out. And most guys, most situations you're not strong enough or ready to do that, but with Injustice 2 Superman, oh my god, that is such a viable strategy, and if it does disable specials for even longer than that, yeah, I think it would be just too much, because, so, the team we've been playing with Injustice 2 Superman, you get somebody else to disable the special, so that whoever else is not vulnerable, and then you drop Injustice 2 Superman, you tag him in and out again, so you recharge his ability, and so all the specials of the other team get wasted. I think, honestly, if they had disabled special that lasted longer, it would be a little bit too overpowered. So, yeah, I'm not sure it needs fixing, because, and like I said, up until now, wasn't even really for us a viable. I know some people like it, but it wasn't really a great strategy for us.
Yeah, and our next question is, this is, like, I really like this question. I'll read it to you guys. So it comes from Aditya Rai, probably mispronouncing that, really sorry. Hey guys, I'm a fan of your channel, and your videos have reignited the fun I used to get in playing Injustice. My question to you is, what does BDCKR stand for, and why the name? It's just harmless curiosity as a fan. Anyways, hope you guys are hale and hearty wherever you are. That's a really great comment, because, like, thank you so much, because that's exactly why we do this, right? To hear that somebody is enjoying Injustice because of us, they're curious about us, they're obviously watching us, and they've thought about it That's really great to hear.
Yeah.
That is, you are why we do this.
Now, I think this might have even been something that was asked before. We do get a lot of questions, but this is part of the funny history. Way back when, in the old days, when there were a lot fewer large internet service providers, so there was a lot of smaller companies that were offering internet, and this was dial-up. This was, your phone, it was beep, 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 and you'd have to wait forever for stuff to download. There's a small company in the Greater Toronto area called Interlog, and they sold internet. They were internet service providers. They gave you internet access, and you could also get an email address with it. And I can't remember what their letter limit was on the email that you could pick, but it was pretty small. And what I actually wanted was not available. I couldn't do it because I couldn't fit all the letters. So then I just picked a bunch of letters and threw them together and stuck that. And that's what I've been using since, oh God, I don't know how many years now. And it's just one of those things that we've just kept up with for decades now.
So I guess BDCKR, to answer your question, means not that much.
Except to us, just because we've become attached to it now.
Yeah, now it's the kind of default account name when you don't want, like, real info.
And it's the other good thing is it's not as if, like, if we picked a name, other people would have gotten it, right? There's no overlap. There's no mistaking. There's no other BDCKR that we get mixed up with.
This is not an invitation to steal BDCKR on as many accounts as possible. We would like to keep it, please.
Yeah, you know what it's like? You know what it reminds me of? Is, I mean, we're not nearly as big and we're not nearly as good.
Wait, didn't somebody take BDCKR on Twitter?
Yes.
It's like Brian Decker or something?
Yes. So, Randall Moore, who does XKCD...
Randall Monroe.
Oh, you're right.
That's okay.
Randall Monroe. You know what I got mixed up with? Battlestar Galactica. I was thinking of... Alright, so he did the same thing. XKCD doesn't really stand for anything.
Except he has 4 letters and we have 5, so we're 20% better. No, 25%
better. He's 20% worse than us.
He's 20% worse than us, yeah. That's
but
what
we're 25% better. Alright.
You heard it here first, folks.
Okay.
He's gonna come after us. Expect some scathing XKCD comics in response to this.
I wish.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Okay, our next question comes from Reverse Zoom. Or I guess this is more of a comment too. My favorite team is Arrow Green Arrow, fully augmented, and Batgirl Prime, and Reverse Flash, almost fully augmented. Arrow Special 2 makes my opponents take 119,354 damage, so when they tag in, they only have like 1% health. Gear cards I use for Arrow is Razagul Scimitar, Fourth World, Godly Mace, and Customized Military Bow. I think it's called that.
Okay, so I actually answered this a little bit already in the comments, and I'm not going to get too much into that, except that the principle is a good one, because what you've got is Arrow's signature gear has his own special ability that does more splash damage on Special 2. You've got the Godly Mace, the Fourth World Godly Mace, which also does more splash damage on Special 2, which also stacks, which is great, because I think splash damage is a hugely useful strategy when you're playing offense on MP.
Yeah, I can't wait until they have the damage ramp up enough. It's not called damage ramp up. What's it called?
Power creep.
Power creep enough that we get splash damage on basic attacks.
Oh,
that would be fun.
All right, yeah, because when you see Injustice 2 Superman, holy crap.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a great principle. The difficulty is, okay, so you've got Reverse Flash on the team, and honestly, Reverse Flash could be his own star. Like, it's almost a little bit redundant, and I guess let's just talk a little bit about the principle from we sort of touched on before, and maybe we haven't mentioned enough recently, is that you don't always want one overpowering team. If you've got a lot of strong guys, you spread them out over as many teams as possible that are effective and can win an epic battle.
Yeah, like the first thing you want to do in grinding when you get multiple gold characters is put each gold character on their own team, so that you have 3 teams instead of 3 teams with 1 gold character instead of 1 team with 3 gold characters.
Yeah, and I know that some people don't care about recharging nearly as much because now you can watch the video, but some people, the watching videos to get the free energy doesn't work. So we like to actually have as many teams as possible that can win effectively, and that sometimes means separating some of the best characters. So what makes it difficult, the hardest one is actually Batgirl, because some characters like Ares, and in your case, your Arrow Green Arrow, where you want to use a Special 2 immediately, because let's face it, if you're going to do splash damage, you want to do it when there's the most number of opponents, right? And that's usually right at the beginning. So it's not really bad enough, but it's a necessary part of your strategy that he has 2 bars to start. But then you've also got Reverse Flash. So basically you've got 3 guys that are all potentially stars on their own team. Back row with the regular Cloak of Destiny and the League of Assassins and Knives setup is enough to take out entire teams on her own.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad team. Your team is clearly going to be effective, but it's more just a matter of using your resources so you get the most out of the team and have as many teams as possible to grind MP if you want.
For sure. Okay, moving on. Next wonderful comment. We've got a lot of really great comments this episode. Is Sanjiv Saravanan. And they say, OMG, finally, I've been waiting for your next multiplayer team video.
Alright, so that was on the Reverse Flash one.
Yeah, and so I guess we can address why a little bit there aren't as many multiplayer team videos.
Or why it's hard, because, alright, so at some point you're going to get bored with watching the same teams over and over. I mean, we don't get bored playing with it, otherwise we'd probably be done.
Yeah.
But in order to be competitive in MP online play now, in the post-augmentation world, you need augmentations to be competitive. And it takes a bleeding long time to get enough augmentations to be competitive. It takes so long on Survivor, even when you're using glitch and even when you're grinding a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, when we're looking back on our schedule, it looked like, it's been more than a month since our previous one. So we want to do more of that. And we've been saving a whole bunch of augmentations up for, as you can see, Injustice 2 Superman. And we've loaded him up with crit chance and crit damage. So we're going to be demonstrating him on a team very, very soon.
Okay, there we go. That's a little sneak preview, little spoiler, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, and our last question comes from Sandeep Kumaran, and they say, nice one, guys. What do you think about these 2 teams? Antimatter Sinestro, Batgirl, and Regime Green Lantern, and 2, Injustice 2 Soups, Man of Steel Superman, and Doomsday.
Well, the first team I think is very similar. We haven't taken him online, but before he was available, we did a Sinestro. Hold on, Cyborg. All right, we did a Sinestro, Batgirl, and I can't remember who the third one was, but the third one doesn't matter, to demonstrate how useful Antimatter Sinestro's passive was when you loaded it with League of Assassins gear and had the ability to drain or take their power. But his ability would also let you drain it. So, yeah, we think that's a great team. It works really well. And the second team, Injustice 2 Superman, Man of Steel Superman, and Doomsday, I think, honestly, Man of Steel Superman is underrated. And as the other part of our sneak preview, he's going to be part of the team, and he's going to be really effective because his special one is strong enough that he could be the designated Raven Killer.
Yeah.
Doomsday, probably not nearly as necessary. We've been doing it with a third guy who can help boost the first 2. Arkham Harley Quinn for the health damage, Batman Prime for the damage boost. So, yeah. So the important thing, takeaway message, actually, not on this question anymore, was the promotion glitch still works. There's a lot of good teams, really. Like, it's just a matter of who you like to play with. And you can almost make a case for making a really effective team out of whoever you want to try. And really, we've said this a bunch of times, if you're asking us if the team is any good, you need to ask yourself first, is it a winning team? And if it is, then same answer to your question.
Yep, and now is the part where we're going to end the video. We said a while back, you guys should just totally comment on all of our videos, and there's been somebody, I forget their name right now, who's been saying comment on a lot of our videos. So I know what we said is working, so this is a great time to reiterate. If you want to like, subscribe, or comment on any of our videos, that does help us out. That's another one of the ways that you can support us.
Even better, watch our unboxing videos. If you
and like, subscribe, and comment on those.
Yeah, because if you haven't been watching our unboxing videos, then you would have missed a little. Or is it over yet? Is it still running?
It's still running. It'll be running for until just before midnight.
Okay, so by the time you see this video, by the time this video is posted, there might be another hour or 2 left in the giveaway that we're doing. And if you haven't been watching our unboxings, you missed it.
Yeah, so definitely check that out if you want to support us. And if you don't particularly like our videos, I guess really just do whatever you want at that point. Maybe click over, watch somebody else on YouTube. There's a lot of entertaining content out there.
I hear there's lots of stuff on YouTube.
Yeah. Maybe cat videos. Heard those are good. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Komoda.